Before I get to that moment you're waiting for, I just want to make some quick acknowledgments. First, I'd like to welcome the Metro Council and thank them for their leadership and their support of this wonderful Oregon institution. We would also like to welcome representatives of the Oregon Zoo Foundation and its Board of Trustees. Support from foundation donors and partners enhances and expands the zoo's efforts in species recovery, conservation efforts, and animal well-being. We are also joined today by some of the zoo's world-class animal care staff who have helped make this moment possible. I want to give a big welcome and thank you to Rose Festival and Oregon Zoo Foundation supporter, Alaska Airlines. Alaska sets a high standard for community involvement and employee engagement, and we are so grateful to them. They are really the wind beneath our wings today. I also want to acknowledge members of the Royal Rosarians. They're familiar as Portland's official greeters, and they're important partners to the Rose Festival. And now, it gives me great pleasure, on behalf of the Board of Directors and the staff of the Portland Rose Festival Foundation, to introduce the 2025 Rose Festival President, Jeremy Emerson.
Thank you, Marilyn. Good morning, everyone. As said, my name is Jeremy Emerson. I'm serving this year as the board president for the Portland Rose Festival Foundation, and I want to truly thank you for joining us for one of the most joyful traditions of the Portland Rose Festival, the announcement of our Grand Marshal for the Rose Festival's Grand Floral Parade. Every year we look for a Grand Marshal who embodies the spirit of our festival, a special someone who brings people together and who represents hope, wonder, and the unique charm of the city of Portland. The theme of this year's festival is All Together Now, and we knew we wanted a Grand Marshal that would unite generations, spark smiles, and celebrate the power of shared experience. Now, we've had some pretty incredible Grand Marshals over the years, community leaders, beloved local icons, Olympians, sports teams, but this year we're taking a bigger step. Maybe actually it's some smaller steps, but with some really big feet. We've chosen a Grand Marshal who has only been here in Portland with us for a few months, but in that very short time has already made a huge impact. They represent new beginnings, the importance of conservation, and the magic that happens when people of all ages gather to experience something really awe-inspiring. And while this Grand Marshal won't be walking or riding in our parade route in person, their spirit will truly come to life in a spectacular way, thanks to our partners at Alaska Airlines and their beautiful float. Today, I am thrilled to announce that our 2025 Grand Marshal of the Grand Floral Parade is none other than Tula-Tu, the Oregon Zoo's baby elephant. Thank you, Lainey. We are honored to continue the legacy of celebrating Portland's most beloved zoo residents, and there's no better person to speak to that connection than our next guest. So please join me in welcoming the director of the Oregon Zoo, Heidi Ron, to the podium.
Thank you. Woo, how exciting. Thank you, Jeremy, and thank you all for being here this morning. On behalf of everyone at the Oregon Zoo, I just want to say how honored and excited we are to have Tula-Tu named as the Grand Marshal of the 2025 Grand Floral Parade. Tula-Tu may be small now, but she represents something incredibly big: hope, connection, and the future of wildlife conservation. Since her birth in February, she's brought so much joy, not just to our zoo team, but to thousands of visitors who've watched her learn, explore, and grow right before their eyes. The Oregon Zoo and the Portland Rose Festival share a common mission: to bring people together through wonder, discovery, and community pride. And our history runs deep, from Packy's first float in 1962 to his Grand Marshal honor 50 years later, and now Tula-Tu continuing that legacy in 2025. It's a full circle moment that reflects decades of love between Portlanders and their elephants. While Tula-Tu will not be marching down the parade route herself, sorry everybody, we are so grateful to our friends at Alaska Airlines for bringing her spirit to life on their float. It's the perfect tribute to her playful personality and the joy that she brings to our community. Thank you again to the Rose Festival for this incredible honor, and to everyone here who continues to support the zoo, our animals, and our shared future. We can't wait to see Tula-Tu march through downtown in true Rose Festival style. And now to wrap up this very special announcement, please join me in welcoming the CEO of the Portland Rose Festival Foundation, Marilyn Clint. Thank you.
I have one more thank you. I'd like to thank Jeremy's daughter, Lainey, for helping us make that reveal. Thanks, Lainey. And now it's my pleasure to welcome, under the leadership of Prime Minister Amy Arrowsmith, the Royal Rosarians to plant a rose in Tula-Tu's honor today.